Hello, you're very welcome to this episode, nobody knows the number, of My Generation Gap, where you have me, Stuart Vincent Moore, a 51-year-old member of Generation X, talking television, film, art, media, and stuff and nonsense with my 18-year-old niece, Harriet Pilkington, a member of Generation Z.
Gen Z.
Oh, yeah, Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z.
Well, actually, and I know you purposefully get the age wrong and say that it's 18, but you're actually even more wrong because I'm actually 20 now.
Because you had your birthday, didn't you, last week?
I did, yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes, it was very chilled and a little bit chaotic, to be honest. Well, do you know, chilled and chaotic aren't giving the same vibe,
Yeah, it's like the opposites.
Yeah.
It was very hot and very cold.
Yeah. We basically just spent the day just doing stuff. Like, we went to, like, Nostell Priory, doing stuff. We went to, like, Nostell Priory, had a look around there, and then I had to have an eye appointment because the night before my birthday, my eye went dark red, started leaking green pus, and went all crusty. So that's a really lovely visual there for
Crusty,
you guys.
yeah, for your birthday.
So, for my birthday, just for my birthday. And then I got to the opticians, and he was like, no, I'm not that concerned. And he was like, I'm just going to do this little test. And he came towards my eye with this thing. I don't know what it was. And I was like, no. Like, I'm really funny about this kind of stuff. I was like, no, absolutely not. And he was like, it's just a thing that'll go on your eye. And it'll just go on your eye and it'll tell me if you've got any scratches or anything like that. And I was like, no, I honestly, I don't want to do it. And then as I left, I was speaking to a woman on the kiosk and she went, what, you didn't let him do the litmus paper? And it was just a piece of paper he wanted to touch on my eyeball. I'd have let him do that, but he explained it really terribly.
Why didn't he tell you?
I don't know. He just made it into this really big thing. And I was like, it's my birthday. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You can't make me do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, H, let's get down to talking about what we're here to talk about, which this week is Fleabag.
Fleabag.
It is a sitcom written by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. There are 12 episodes, 2 seasons. It's based on a one-woman Edinburgh show, or play, rather, one-woman show, which in turn was based on just like a 10-15 minute spot that Phoebe Waller-Bridge did for The Guilty Feminist, and it just kind of expanded. But Phoebe Waller-Bridge is a very, very talented writer and performer, and Fleabag, the TV show, and the play focuses on a character who's not named, but we're assuming that she is Fleabag.
It occurred to me today because
You've gone quiet, H. What's happened? Oh, H is fine. My headphones fell off.
Well, I was moving mine, so I thought I'd done something, but no clearly not. It was you. Yep. I forgot. When we watched the show, I watched it like a few weeks ago, and I was like, I can't even remember the name of the like main character. I thought this is so bad, and then you were like, no, she's just called Fleabag.
Yeah, she doesn't have a name. In season 1, we are with Fleabag. Well, I think we are actually Fleabag. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. But we follow Fleabag, who's the main character.
What do you mean we are Fleabag?
Aren't we all Fleabag? Really?
Are we all Fleabag?
No, we're not all Fleabag. But I'll explain that statement in a moment. We follow Fleabag, who is a young woman living in London. She runs a cafe that she did run with her best friend, Boo. Boo sadly took her own life after discovering that the boy that she was falling in love with had sex with somebody else. So she took her own life. Not that she wanted to take her own life, she just wanted to hurt herself a bit, didn't she, and get some attention. It's like doubly sad. But we follow Fleabag kind of recovering from that grief, but then also the grief of losing her mother just a few years earlier, and the dynamics between Fleabag, her sister, her father, and her godmother, who is soon to be her stepmother.
Yes.
Yeah, and her art exhibition, her godmother's art exhibition at the end of season 1,
We
the
need,
sexhibition.
yeah, the
Yeah,
sexhibition.
we'll talk about season 2 in a moment, but let's focus
Yes,
on season
season
1
1.
first. So season 1H, what did you think of it as a Generation Zer?
So, like, when I started watching it, I kind of thought, I'm not liking this. Like, the format and the way that it works, and the fact that breaking the fourth wall, it was very quick paced. Now, actually, this is quite the opposite to what we normally talk about in the podcast. I normally talk about the fact that Gen Z like that, but it was different, really different. And I think initially I couldn't place on whether it was done well or not. And I immediately was like, oh, is this going to do my head in? You know, this like talking to the camera, is it going to not let the story flow right? You know, is it going to kind of put me off? And then kind of before I knew it, it was normal. You know, before, you know, it became like any other old TV show in the fact that it didn't feel like, obviously I knew she was breaking the fourth wall, but it didn't feel different anymore or wrong. Like, it kind of felt wrong when I started watching it. I was like, why are you talking to me? Because it's not often done, and it's not often done right.
I think it's not often done this well. And I think a lot of it, because it's based on a one-woman show, which is just Phoebe Waller-Bridge just sat on a stage on her own, talking to the audience.
Yes.
With some recordings being piped in of some of the other characters, and as she interacts with them, but mainly it's just her acting out and talking about these stories, most of which are in the sitcom. So we're with Fleabag in every scene. She's in every scene of this TV show. There's nothing without her in it, and she's constantly breaking the fourth wall. She's constantly giving us glances or jokes or little smirks.
Yeah.
Or little phrases, or just little jokes, always, or even like monologues, just sitting down and telling us things for a few minutes. So it really does feel like you're in it with Fleabag. It feels like you're in it.
Yeah, I do definitely get what you mean, and I think it must be done in a very good way to kind of, like I just said, get from the point of thinking, oh, this is weird, to it just feeling completely normal and funny very quickly. I feel like if it was any other TV show that had tried to have done it, it wouldn't have settled right. It just seemed to work.
I think that's all to do with the skill of the writing, the direction, and the editing. Because you have this, the reason that we chose this was because I talked about Enola Holmes and the director there for Harry Bradbeer, and how he used that fourth wall breaking technique with Millie Bobby Brown, and used it very, very well. In the first two films, the third one didn't feel like it was working as effectively. Now
obviously we reviewed the third one, didn't I? And I didn't like the fourth wall break.
Yeah, whereas in Fleabag it feels way more natural and
like you said, it makes you feel like you're involved. Like, it doesn't make you feel as though like, oh, this is weird. It makes you feel like you're laughing with her at things and feeling the emotions that the people on screen are feeling.
Yeah, well, I think we should go through kind of a bit of a synopsis of Fleabag, the first series. Is if we talk about it as just one long story arc, don't we? We start off with episode 1, where you're introduced to Fleabag, and she's a young woman about town, but she uses sex a lot. She's constantly talking about sex. She uses sex, and it's a bit of a power thing, I think.
Yes.
You know, the opening joke is I think it's a very, very funny joke. But I can see how that opening joke, where it does, you know, it's talking about anal sex, isn't it? But I like it. I think it's a very, very funny joke. But I can see how that would put some people off
watching it, the rest of it.
Yeah, because it just think, it's just a
think,
load of
blunt. Like, that is
blunt,
blunt,
and just going to be a load of
Yeah.
mucky, crass nonsense. But actually, it's the opposite.
Like, I think everybody feels a bit of their own life in Fleabag. Like, when you watch it, there's definitely so much to relate to. I think for anybody, I don't think you have to be a woman. I don't think you have to be in your 20s or your 30s. I don't think age or anything like that. I think there's a lot to relate to for everyone, basically.
Yeah, So we follow Fleabag as she, is trying to live her life as a young woman around town. She's trying to get on with her sister, her sister is organised, isn't she? She's very...
Well, she's very anxious.
And very anxious, but she's super organised. She's very successful.
Yeah.
She's very wealthy.
Yes.
And she's married to a guy who is a bit of a dick.
We really need to talk about Martin.
Yeah, so Fleabag's brother-in-law is a guy called Martin. He's an American guy. He's played by a really great actor whose name I've forgotten. But he's a guy from Stranger Things.
He's in Stranger Things, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got the greatest voice, but also just he's a really great comedic actor.
Yeah.
He says all sorts of inappropriate things.
Oh,
but
he's
Fleabag
horrendous.
says because he's a drunk and cheeky, he gets away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so many things, but it's like, oh, yeah, but...
We also see Fleabag, her relationship with her boyfriend at the time, who was a guy called Harry, who was really sort of... How do we best describe Harry? Wet?
Yeah, I think that's the best adjective you could use.
Yeah, it's really drippy, isn't he? Which is
yeah.
You would not expect somebody like Fleabag to be with somebody like Harry.
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think it's a power thing. I think it's not a power thing. It's like a coping thing.
We find out that Fleabag is looking after her guinea pig themed cafe.
Yes, the
On her
guinea
own.
pig themed cafe.
Yeah, and she's really struggling with it because one of the opening scenes is her going to see a bank manager to get a loan to keep her afloat because the lease is due in the next few weeks, and without extra money, the cafe isn't going to survive. It's a guinea pig themed cafe because her and her friend Boo had a guinea pig in a cafe. And the cafe's named after the guinea pig as well because it's called Hillary. Hillary's cafe, isn't it? Hillary the guinea pig. She goes. It's a really great scene that she goes in to see the bank manager. And it's lifted directly from the one woman show. The bank manager says, "Oh, it's really good to see you here. We don't get many applicants from single women business owners.
Yes.
Often."
Yeah, the sexual harassment case.
Sexual harassment case, and he goes, "Yeah." And so they carry on, and then she starts lifting her jumper up to show her underwear, and show her bra, and he goes, "That kind of thing won't get you very far anymore." And she's like, "Oh no, I thought I had a top on underneath. I wasn't even trying that." And she goes to see her dad. She has a few encounters with men. She meets a guy in a bus who's got massive teeth. He's called Bus Rodent Guy.
Bus Rodent Guy, yeah.
Or Bus Rodent. And all these things happen, and she goes to see her dad, and her dad's really distant. But she goes to see her godmother because she's an artist, her godmother, in a studio, and she steals this little sculpture.
Like a golden sculpture of... Is it a woman's... It's a woman's tits, isn't it?
Well, it's a woman's torso, but
without... I thought it was just a woman's tits.
Well, no, it's a woman's torso with the legs and the arms and the head.
Oh, yes, it is. It's
removed.
The full body. It's like, it's the...
So it is
is.
practically just a woman's body, just with all the sexual organs on it and nothing else.
And
no
nothing
head,
else.
No arms, no legs. Just like how most men see women.
Yeah.
Just sexual organs and nothing else matters.
And nothing else. Just this golden statue. Nothing else.
Because this whole first series is, I think it's about many things, but one of the themes is very definitely sex and power.
Yeah.
And she steals this statue, doesn't she, from her godmother. Now, the godmother is played by Olivia Colman.
Yes.
And it's such an amazing piece of acting, the way that Olivia Colman plays
it's
her.
The passiveness.
The passive
It makes
aggressiveness.
you feel so angry watching it, and that's just how you know that there's some good acting in it, because you just
really great.
You just really just want like karma, don't you?
Yeah.
You just like really want some sort of karma.
There's one scene where they turn up with flowers, don't they? And it's their own mother's memorial dinner.
Yes, isn't it like the mum's birthday or something?
Just a memorial of when she died. Oh, it might be her birthday.
It might have been. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
But anyway, they take these flowers. Olivia Colman opens the door. She says, "Oh, these are lovely, aren't they? These are great." And she takes them off, and she said, "Oh, we'll just put these down." And she puts them on like the doorstep and just like throws them out.
Like the floor.
We'll just put these down. Yeah. and then come on in, girls.
Yeah.
Wow, it's brutal.
It
But
is
brilliant.
it's such brutal passiveness. Like, I don't. It's just done to such a good level, and as well, it is that level that, and you do get it. You do see it in real life, that when somebody is so passive that everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But like the dad, for example, he just lets it. He lets it happen
Well,
because he's lonely.
well, he's so distant, isn't he? And I think
Yeah.
that's another theme of this series, the first series, is the grief that Fleabag is going through,
Yeah.
and the fact that she was obviously really close to her mother, and the fact that her father isn't really a parent, is he? He's almost like terrified of her.
Yeah.
He's very, very distant. They don't connect. He's not really.
But he doesn't even connect with Claire.
No.
Like, he's just completely distant.
Yeah. So in episode 2, they just go to. There's a really tense dinner, isn't it? That's where they go around for the memorial.
Yeah.
Dinner, and we find out then that Claire's getting a big promotion, where she might have to move to Finland.
Oh, then the stepmother completely takes over with her sexhibition.
Yeah, she talked about a sex exhibition.
Yeah.
Then in episode 3, Fleabag sets up a date with Bus Road and
Yes.
takes her to Claire's. So Claire is supposed to be having a surprise party, but it's
Yes.
completely organised by Claire.
By
because
Claire.
she's a control freak. Yeah,
That's so something I would do.
and it's at that party where Claire's husband, so Fleabag's brother-in-law, tries to kiss her.
Yes.
Martin tries to kiss her. Episode 4, which I think is one of the greatest. I think the second best Fleabag episode.
Oh, what do you think the best one is?
The dinner, the first episode of season 2,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about in a little bit. So one of the things that Fleabag's and Claire's father does to make you feel less guilty, and she says this about losing their mother, is he buys them tickets to feminist lectures.
And breast cancer screenings as
Breast
well.
cancer screenings.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to actually talk to them.
Yeah.
But they get tickets this weekend retreat, don't they? It's brilliant because this healing retreat.
And it's like silent, in it? Like a silent retreat.
It's really good because it just amplifies, or it's an example of really ineffectual healing therapies, which you see all over the place, because the group of women, they have to be in silence all the time.
Yes.
And they're just doing household chores. So it is
They're
just
like
what women...
sweeping the floor or like wiping windows.
Yeah, doing the gardening. So it is just women, be quiet, do the chores.
And do the chores, do the housework. Yeah.
And all the men are having like anger workshops, but they are just literally just getting angry with women. And it's not even women, it's just blow up sex dolls, which is, if that doesn't just exemplify...
That is so like people say, oh God, things have moved on so much, and like the word woke and all these types of things, and it's like, no, that is something that would happen.
Yeah.
That women would get sent to somewhere like that, and you would see the men outside with like some sort of sex doll having like an yeah.
It's terrible. But in there's a really... And it's littered with beautiful scenes, Fleabag. It's such a great... It's so well written. And it's peppered with pathos, humour, intelligence, but then also there's so much just bubbling under the surface. One of the men at the men's healing retreat is the bank manager.
He is the bank manager.
And they managed to sneak off... Well, not sneak off, but it's just they happen to be in part of the grounds together, and they share a cigarette together. They have an open and honest conversation, don't they? It's quite... Well, Fleabag doesn't say much because she's not supposed to be talking. But
he says a lot, though, doesn't he? Yeah.
He says a lot, and he says, work made me come on this because it was at a Christmas party, I touched a woman's breast twice. It was, but he doesn't lie about it. He doesn't say, I didn't mean to do it. He said it was.
She was asking for it.
He didn't say any of that. He just said it was a stupid mistake. I shouldn't have done it, but it's alienated me from my work, from my home. I'm not there. And he said, he just, misses all those mundane things. And I think it's really great the way he talks about putting the cups in the dishwasher and then washing them and then having his wife take the cups out and then her drinking from them. He said, I just want to be part of that. And then Fleabag says, I just want to cry all the time. And I think it's the only bit of, well, not the only bit, but it's the first bit of honesty that we see from Fleabag.
I would say it's the only bit in season 1.
Not the only bit, but it's the only person that she's honest to, because there's another bit later on.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good point to talk about the breaking the fourth wall and what I think that highlights, because whenever she breaks the fourth wall and she's talking to us, it is always to make a joke. Well, sometimes she has these monologues, these conversations, but that's usually when she's on her own. And she even says in that, doesn't she? She says one of those monologues she takes, I'm obsessed about sex. You know, the way you are touched, or the way that somebody wants your body, that's really great in it, and I'm obsessed by it. The way that it makes you feel, I'm not bothered about that.
Yes.
Which is really telling,
it really shows like her mental place.
Yeah. And then I think her constantly pausing to talk to us, to talk to the camera, and in those first couple of episodes, everybody's asking her, are you all right? They're always saying to her, are you all right?
It's like disassociation.
It's disassociation, yeah. She's completely disassociating from where she is, leaving and coming to us, who I think we are her, and she's making these little jokes to avoid
100%.
anything real because it's too painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much and it's too painful.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. I did pick up on that. I feel like we are her. I feel like that's why when the priest comes in, and also her journey of like, you see it over the course of season 2 disappearing.
So I think season 2 brings a whole load of other things, but if we just go back to season 1, because there's that conversation with the bank manager. It's not really a conversation that he's telling her, but because he's shown her that vulnerability, she then kind of breaks her vow of silence and says, I just want to cry all the time. It is the only bit of honesty, and it's that scene. There's no glances at us. There's no breaking the fourth wall. There's no.
She's
her.
just talking to him, and she's just being real.
Just being real, and I like that in between all the hilarity of that retreat. There's a really great thing. Have you seen the way the women aren't allowed to talk to each other because they've got to be in silence? They've got to communicate by writing things on that blackboard.
Yeah.
And then in the garden, as a garden, you can see in the background of one scene as a woman like in a bush, and then you can see us going, whoa, what's this? Like swiping, waving her arms around, and she gets stung by a bee.
No, I don't think I did notice that bit.
But she can't tell anybody. So in like the next morning, on the blackboard, somebody's written, I've been stung by a bee.
I think I saw her be stung by the bee, but I do not think I saw it on the blackboard.
Oh, yeah. But it's just full of loads of, just the jokes in it are really, really good. And
I feel like I could watch it again and see so many more jokes that I didn't pick up on this time.
I watch Fleabag over and over again. If I'm in on my own, and I think, what should I watch on telly? I'll just rewatch Fleabag.
Yeah.
I'll rewatch it. And even if I'll rewatch episode 2 quite a lot, because I really like the opening scene where, and I don't know what the song is because I'm not into modern music, but you know, when they're in the tube carriage. So Fleabag's just sat in a tube on the way to somewhere in the morning, and the tube carriage is full of commuters, and they just sat there, and like the lights are going, and they just all like cry out in like silent pain. They just all got this anguish on their face.
I do know the bit that you mean.
And then they go back to normal.
Go back to normal.
And then just the music, in time with the music, they're all going screaming with pain.
Yeah.
And it's because that's what Fleabag is doing. She's just got all this pain and hurt inside of her, and that's all she can see.
She's just ignoring, disassociating.
Yeah, and she just sees it in everybody else. Yeah, but then it turns to a joke, doesn't she? Because she looks at us and says, I think I'm having my period.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of going, I've got all this rage and pain and hurt inside of me, and I don't know what to do with it.
This is so like important. I feel like whenever in my life, everybody has times where they have bits of meltdowns, hardships, you feel so overwhelmed. Every single time, and at least one person will do it, and I would put money on them doing it. Somebody go, are you due on your period? And they don't mean it to be, like, aggressive. They don't mean it. It's not like when people go, oh, you're due on your period. They do it to be sincere. But it's like, whether I am or whether I'm not doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's
like,
what you're feeling.
Yeah, what you're feeling is what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Like, why does that matter?
So then, episode 5, that's where they have the memorial lunch. And they with the flowers, they put the flowers down.
The flowers down on the floor.
Yeah, and they talk about the sexhibition.
Yeah.
And then the final episode is all about the sexhibition. But throughout the series, we've seen Fleabag sort of, she's split up from her boyfriend, Harry, proper left this time, because she says, oh, he'll be back, because he's taken his... he always comes back for his little toy dinosaur and his dinosaur plate.
Leaves like the toy dinosaur.
Yeah, but
that always happens in breakups, doesn't it? Like when you leave like something behind and they leave something behind.
Yeah,
and then...
so they can come and get it. But
yeah.
very definitely he hasn't got it this time. So
yeah.
kind of Harry's gone out of his life. The very, very handsome man who is in the first scene who has the anal sex with her.
Yes.
He's about to break up with her.
Yeah,
even though she thinks he's fallen in love with her.
Because he like says to her, doesn't he? He's like, you're right, it's opened my eyes that I think he says something like, propose to my girlfriend. And she's like, what?
Yeah, because he's talking about, Joe, we'll talk about this later, but I've just realised, I think I'm falling in love. And
that was it, yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about this later. And he's actually falling in love with his girlfriend. So this is all in episode 6 where they go to her godmother's sexhibition. Godmother is absolutely brutal to Fleabag because she sets her up as being a waiter for the evening.
Yeah.
Like a servant.
Not only that, though, but she's got, like, penises everywhere, including Fleabag's ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, well, and like a whole... And if that isn't completely emasculating Harry, she's, like, taken a full body cast of him and, like, removed his penis.
Oh, yeah, that was it, yeah.
And it's on this wall.
And it's on the wall penises. With all the other penises. I forgot about the fact that he was missing a penis in that statue.
Well, this is it. And Fleabag's looking at them, and a godmother comes over and she says, actually, one of those is your dad's.
Oh, yeah, one of those is your dad's.
And she says, do you know which one? And Fleabag goes, yeah, it's that one.
And
the godmother goes,
is it that one? She goes,
yeah. And the face that she makes, it's really, really brilliant. I think maybe only Olivia Colman could pull that off in such a way. But in that sexhibition, when she talks about, and she does it while staring at Fleabag, doesn't it, Olivia Colman? She talks about, this isn't about sex, this is all about power. She actually says those words to her. And
I didn't realise she'd said that, actually.
Yeah, and they're very similar because they both use their sexuality as a form of power.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, so with Olivia Colman and the power that she has over Fleabag's father, and the way that she uses her sexuality in her work.
Well, like the money he has and the attention that he gives her, it's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, and Fleabag uses her sexuality in a different way, but it's almost like well, she thinks it's self-soothing, but it's not, is it? It's almost like self-harm, is it? Self-sabotage, definitely.
Yes.
It's to feel some connection, but every time that connection gets anything like real, she turns to us and tells a joke. Or, she's not in it. She doesn't...
she switches off from it.
Switches off from it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, during that sexhibition... which is an art exhibition, about to say.
If you haven't got that already.
Fleabag's life sorts of fall apart. Her boyfriend, the really, really handsome one, tells her that he's fallen in love.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to propose to his girlfriend, who isn't Fleabag. Harry is there, and he's very definitely moved on because Fleabag says, "Oh, you've left your dinosaur plate at the flat," and he goes, "Oh no." Yeah,
I don't need it.
I don't need it. My work friend's got me a new one. So, and she hasn't seen her sister since.
She
told her at the retreat
about Martin
trying to kiss her at a birthday party, and they turn up together And Fleabag says, what are you doing with him?
Yeah.
He tried to kiss me at your birthday party. And her sister says, well, actually, how he says it's more like the other way around. And how can I believe you after what you did to Boo? You know, because Boo killed herself after her boyfriend had sex with somebody else, and that somebody else was Fleabag.
Yes.
And it's at that point then where she can't even look at us, like at herself. Her trauma.
Yeah,
is
she
so
like kind of
powerful.
doesn't know exactly what to do with herself, her body, her eyes, or anything. 'Cause she's like
it's all
taken aback
flickering.
by it.
She can't. She's completely shattered by it. She can't even look at
Yep.
us. She can't even look at herself.
Yes.
She wants to, kind of be away from everything.
Yeah.
And that's really, 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 really powerful.
Yeah.
Then she leaves and bumps into her dad in the car park, or out on the street, rather.
Yes.
And it looks like they're going to have a little nice moment where they might actually connect.
And then
the
stepmom shows up.
Yeah, turns up and takes it all around.
Takes it all away.
And then, as she's at her lowest ebb, she goes to the cafe. You see her stood on the pavement, exactly where Boo stood. Where Boo leapt out in front of a cyclist, because she leapt out in front of a cyclist thinking she would just hurt herself, end up in hospital, and her boyfriend would have to come and see it. But actually, she killed the cyclist, she killed herself, and a motorist as well, I think, wasn't it? Because she got flicked out into the road. She had three people died. Well, she said 3 people died that day, and I didn't know whether she meant Boo and actually Fleabag sort of died that day.
You
as well.
could be right. Boo, the guy who was, and Fleabag.
Yeah, but it's not explained. I think that's the beauty of this show.
There is a lot of
really
unexplained.
And it doesn't need to be explained, because it could, either way, you could read something into that and it means something.
Yeah.
So she's at the cafe, and then the car that drives past slows down and stops.
Yeah.
And it's the bank manager. And he says,
It is.
"Are you all right?" Like everybody's been saying to her. They go into the cafe, don't they? And she explains what's been happening to her, and it's the only honest statement that she says. We're not involved. She doesn't talk to us, but she talks about how she uses her body and how that will age and die, and then nobody will want her. And she says, is nobody else? She said, either everybody else is lying,
everybody else hides it really well,
hides it, or everybody's feeling like this all the time.
What's going on?
Yeah, or I'm completely alone. Yeah, it's really, really heartfelt and really, really.
I think everybody
beautiful.
feels that at some point in their life, with whatever emotion they're feeling,
Yeah.
is that either everybody else is really good at hiding this, or I'm alone. And I think a lot of that is something that a lot of people will feel at some point.
Yeah. But then the bank manager, because they have that connection then, and he sees her vulnerability, and he's the only one that laughs at her jokes.
Yeah.
And they go through the interview thing again, and he... it ends then, doesn't it? The season ends, but you assume that she's going to get the loan for a cafe, and that's it. But you don't know that.
Yeah.
I think season 1 is just complete. When I first saw that and watched it, I thought it was genius. I think every now and again a TV show will pop out as absolute genius. A sitcom, anyway. You get loads of great sitcoms, don't you? You get like Ghosts and Horrible History.
Ghosts is amazing.
Loads of great sitcoms. But then every now and again there's something like Fleabag, like Flowers, like Ted Lasso, where it's so layered and brilliant, just really, really.
Don't diss Ghosts like that.
Well, Ghosts is great, but it's not Fleabag. It's not. There's no.
It's
no.
Ghosts, right?
I don't think there's
Ghosts
hidden depths
above.
to it.
I think there is. I think there's lots.
Are you kidding me?
What do you mean? Am I kidding you?
Ghosts.
In every little thing that every person does there's generational stuff, character building, there's deep, implemented things.
No, I'm not saying it's
even
not good.
all
No,
the
listen to me.
even in all the jokey stuff.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying it's not full of pathos and it's not full of heart, because it is.
It is.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not as layered as Fleabag. It's not done in a stupid way, but it's presented to you. It's all shown to you. Fleabag.
Well, it is shown to you more than Fleabag. Yeah.
Yeah, where Fleabag, it really trusts its audience, and that's not.
But maybe they
that's
trust
not
me
that
too
Ghost
much.
doesn't.
maybe I don't want to be that trusted. Maybe.
Yeah, but then
Maybe,
then
just
if
maybe.
you're not trusted, no, because then you'd end up with every sitcom being like Ricky Gervais, being like Afterlife. Have you seen Afterlife by Ricky Gervais? Have you seen any of it?
Do you know what?
Oh,
I couldn't
my
finish
word.
it, is all I'm going to
Oh,
say.
I watched it. There's a scene in it where he's walking down the street and these two like young lads say, he gives a knife. Have you got any money? And he goes, yeah, I've got some money. Right, well, give us it. And they're like gonna mug him, and he actually says, well, you might as well mug me then, because there's nothing you could do to me that's worse. And he has to say everything that he's feeling
Everything
instead
that
of
is
just
going
like
on.
showing it. Yeah, and he has these conversations with this woman in the graveyard. She's Penelope Wilton. It was a great actor, and they just have to like explain everything. To you, like you don't know what's like you're a child.
Yeah.
But Fleabag is like, it's proper Uno reverse.
Yeah.
And Ghost is in the
I
middle.
do get that.
Ghost
Ghost is in the middle. But I think I like the middle. Like, I think that the middle's safe. We like the middle. It's like...
And that's really great, because I love programs like that, and I'll sit and I'll watch them, and I'll love them, and I think they're great.
But if you want more depth, you'd watch Fleabag.
But if you want something brilliant that you can watch again and again and see something new and see something different, and it show you something different as well, or you get something different from it, because...
Do you know what another show that gives similar vibes is?
Don't you say Ghosts. Don't you dare say Ghosts. Okay.
Ghosts.
Or else I'm going to get in my car, I'm going to drive to Wakefield, and I'm going to kick your ass.
No.
I'll make you a ghost.
Is Ricky Gervais's Afterlife.
No. Right. I'm getting in the car.
It's Coronation Street. There was a series that we watched, and I think there was two sisters who had their dad. What they said was he in prison?
Birds of a Feather.
No, not Birds of a Feather. Oh, you know what I mean as well. It's gonna really annoy me. The other sister. No, there's two sisters, right? There's a mum. There's the stepdad who's like mega rich, and the mum's trying to be with the stepdad. There's the scene with the boat where they get on the boat, and it's like, oh, the sister like, oh, she's at it again. She's always like trying to
Arrested
like
Development.
No, not Arrested Development.
A scene on a boat.
Oh, you know what I mean. I don't know how you got Arrested Development from that. I feel like they're grieving. I feel like their dad's actually dead. No, is he dead? They say he's dead, but he's not dead. He's actually he's got another family. One of the sisters is like, she like uses like sex as a bit of a power thing as well. She has this boyfriend.
Fleabag?
No! And she has this boyfriend who she tries to like baby trap him. Like, she pretends that she's pregnant.
She's British.
You do know what... Yeah, you do know what I mean. You told me to watch it. It's on BBC. Oh, I can't think of what it's called.
Oh, Him and Her.
No, right.
Because Him and Her's as good as Fleabag.
Him and Her's better than Fleabag.
Shut your mouth.
No.
You shut your mouth.
This is a hill I am willing to die on. Him and Her...
You shut your mouth.
Him and Her is so high.
You shut your mouth.
I'm at Fleabag.
No, they're similar. I think I put them on the same level.
I definitely prefer him and Her. Steve, do you know there's a spider under that mug? Yes, that's where I keep it. Me and Harley always say, what does he say? A mango. Who the fuck are you? That's like one of our favourite. Right, you do know what I mean.
There's two sisters on a boat.
But they're not on a boat. They're just on a boat on one of the scenes.
On a ferry?
No, not on a ferry. Like a. Oh, I don't know the names for boats.
They've gone rowing?
Like a mini yacht. Like a really old mini yacht. Like a really smart. Like the Norfolk like the Norfolk Broads. Sisters at BBC. Totally do know what I mean.
And I told you to watch it.
You told me to watch it.
I don't think I did.
Oh, you definitely did. Right, the BBC app's coming out now. I've tried looking it up, and if I can't find this series, BBC's going to get it.
So, I put Ghosts on at the same level as Arrested Development and Friends and things like that, where they're great sitcoms.
Right, Arrested Development, Friends, Ghosts.
Hang on.
Obviously.
This is a podcast. Nobody can see that.
Oh, okay. That went from lowest to highest. Right, hang on. Here we
I'd
go.
agree with that.
Hang on, right. Here are my
here we
recent
go.
search. No, it's not. Here we go. These are my recent
That's
searches.
good, but it's not
Ludwig,
that good.
Oh, Ludwig's not
No.
it. Him and her. This country. Oh, this country's brilliant.
Oh, this country.
Do you know what? This country is up there, but that's not it. Horrible
Tomato.
Histories, staged. Miranda. No.
No, not Miranda.
Sisters. Oh my lord. Right, I have definitely watched it.
All right, listen. Gappers, we need your help.
We need
what the
your
hell
help.
is Harriet talking about? There's two sisters. They might be on a boat. We don't know.
They're on a boat on one of the episodes.
They might have a dad.
Oh, I can't
They
even
might
find
not.
it on BBC.
We don't know. One of them's got a partner, and they might be pregnant, or they might not be.
We don't know.
know.
One of the... You told me to watch it.
I don't think I did.
You did. That she's like, right, the main character I would put is one of the sisters who has severe abandonment issues, and she's like mentally ill to the point where she like tells people she's going to kill herself all the time.
Oh yeah, I remember what you mean now.
Go on. Go on. What's it called?
I can't remember.
Don't say you can't remember.
Oh, because of the
What's
two
it
sisters.
called? Yes.
There's that episode when they're on the boat, isn't there?
On the boat, yeah, on the boat, yeah.
Yeah, and
the dad's, is he in prison?
They live with her mum. No, he's died, but her mum's trying to...
I don't think he is dead, he's just got another family.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe you're right. But either way, her mum's trying to...
Dev? No,
Yeah, her boyfriend,
Dev?
her mum's boyfriend's called Dev.
Is it Dev?
And they're always going out for dinner and he never pays for anything.
Yes, like she's after his money and he never ends up paying for anything.
Yeah,
now, what's it called?
I can't remember. But it's very good. But it's not Fleabag. It's not layered. It's not. There's no depth to that. It's very, very funny and it's a very, very good sitcom. But it is not Fleabag. It's not on the same level. I'm telling you.
I think you. This is.
It's mid tier.
I think you're blinded by your personal preference.
No, it's mid tier.
Here.
It's mid tier. It's with
I
with
think
ghosts.
you're blinded with
no.
your personal preference of
Well, yeah,
Fleabag.
'cause I am. But it's mid tier. It's not Fleabag. It's not premium.
I
quality.
agree. I actually do prefer Fleabag to that, but they give me a similar feel.
Okay.
Sue me.
Right, season 2. Season 2 opens. It's a year later. It's a year after. And
What, this podcast?
Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah, let's do a quick record. Let's make it really easy to edit.
Really easy to edit, yeah.
Season 2 opens up with possibly the greatest episode in sitcom history.
But you didn't even put it in your top 2 earlier.
I did. I said the Silent Retreat was the second.
Yeah, but you said the first was episode 2.
No, I said episode 1, season 2.
You said episode 2.
No, I said I'll watch that again.
We actually have.
No.
We actually have playback.
No, you're lying. You're lying. Because
You're lying.
I said I like the opening to season 1, episode 2, because I like the scene on the tube train.
I'm convinced if you go back and listen, you said that the best episode is episode 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you try and go back and listen to it after I've edited it and let's see who's right.
I don't know, because I don't know how to use the software.
Yeah, I know. And I'll have edited it by then anyway, so you'll definitely be wrong. Season 2, episode 1. All the main characters are at a restaurant. They've got a needy waitress who constantly comes up all the time and kind of fill your glass up. We have, the whole family, don't we? We've got Claire and Martin. We've got Fleabag. We've got Fleabag's dad, godmother, and a new
priest.
character that we haven't seen before, Andrew Scott, who plays the priest. Who is actually known as the hot priest.
The hot priest.
The hot priest.
I have to admit, not getting it.
Yeah, I think it's more...
I
don't think it's character. I think
it's through Fleabag's interpretation, isn't
No,
it?
I think it's just because it's Andrew Scott.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's not Brett Anderson, is he?
I don't know who that is.
We're at this... Well, it doesn't open up at the dinner table, does it? It opens up with Fleabag in front of the mirror with blood, wiping blood from her face, from a bloodied nose and out of her
It
mouth.
flashes back.
And then she hands a paper towel to the...
Now, if it trusted us enough, would it just have not explained that?
Oh,
It
just has her wiping blood from her face, and then that's it. A three-minute
That's
section.
just season 2.
And then because she turns to the audience, us, and says, "This is a love story." So already we've kind of moved away from season 1. Season 1, that opening dialogue, that opening was all about sex. Here, this is a love story.
Love story.
She opens it up. And then it cuts back to earlier on in the evening where they're having a dinner, and we learn that it's a year after the sexhibition, isn't it? So she hasn't seen her sister for a year. She hasn't seen anybody actually from the family for a year. We find out that the Guinea Pig Cafe is thriving, doing well.
We really need to talk about Martin.
Yes.
We really, really need to talk about Martin. Now, Martin, just for a bit of context for the listeners, Martin's, again, is Fleabag's brother-in-law. Claire is her sister. We find out that that Claire has had a miscarriage in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Fleabag comes out and she's trying to get across to Claire that Claire should be in the hospital. Yeah. Claire, being an overly anxious, quite disassociative person, is like, no, I'm fine. Drinks a load of wine. She's like, whatever. Fleabag says it's her, as to get everybody else's opinions around the table to tell Claire to go to hospital. He then says some diabolical things that are just completely inhuman.
Yeah, not even your old child wants to spend time with you. Or
and he doesn't realise he's saying it about his wife.
His own wife, yeah.
Now, I think this is a really important thing they've portrayed here, which is drunk people aren't like people in pub settings or people in social settings in general feeling the need to comment on other people's lives in a way they wouldn't comment about their own or wouldn't want somebody else to comment about their own. That is exactly what Martin's portraying.
Yeah.
Mental.
Well, I think, it just goes to show, doesn't it, is an awful human being.
He's a baddie.
A proper baddie.
He is a proper baddie. He's worse than... What's his name? We mention him all the time.
What, Andrew Tate? Piers Morgan? HS Kentucky? There's so many.
No, not. I was going to say not a real person, but he is a real person, but he's an actor and he always plays a baddie. We mention him all the time.
Oh, Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. He's worse than Matthew Lillard.
He could be played by Matthew Lillard.
He could absolutely be played by Matthew Lillard.
But we learn all sorts of things, don't we, in that dinner scene. We learn that Fleabag's dad and their godmother are actually planning a wedding. They are going to get married, and they have a priest who is Andrew Scott, and he's there at this dinner to talk about the wedding plans. We see Fleabag talking to us as she does. She doesn't say anything to anybody else at the table. She doesn't talk. And everybody comments on it to her. They all say, why are you being so quiet? What you do? How come you not being naughty? What's going on? And she's just eating a dinner. Just as soon as she says to us, nobody spoke to me for over 30 minutes, instantly the priest says, and what do you do?
Yeah.
Because there's some connection between them. They're very, very similar.
He understands her, doesn't he?
He understands. He sees her.
Yes.
Yeah, and then that's what we've seen with that connection. So she's disassociating. He must recognise that, and he brings her into the conversation, and he connects her in that way. Although they go out for a cigarette, don't they? And then he tells her to F off. But I think, the whole thing around that dinner table, the way it's shot, the way it's edited, the looks of the camera, the way that the camera moves around, the way that they are, it really
makes you feel the intensity.
The intensity, the way it's shot, it's not just, you don't know where people are. The way the camera moves around, it's really, really brilliantly done. I think it might be one of the best television episodes ever. Not scenes or bits of dialogue, but full episode from start to finish. It's genius, and it's all around that dinner table. There's one scene, there's a couple of bits where they're in the toilet, there's one where she goes out for a cigarette, and there's the end scene where actually Fleabag's walking out and Claire's in a taxi, and they come together because that's what sisters do.
Yeah.
Episode 2, Fleabag goes to find the priest, doesn't she, and goes to the church. They spend time together, and she's sort of drawn to him
Yes.
Isn't it? And the more they get drawn together, the more he sees her, but
Yeah.
she's still talking to her. She's still...
At this point, though, does he recognise that? He recognised that she's talking to us. He goes, where did you go then? Does he do that at this point?
I'm not sure it's in episode 2, but it's certainly later on, maybe 3 or 4, where he says, where do you go when you do that?
Yeah, where have you just been to?
Where have you just been? When she's talking to us, and then she's like, what? And then she talks to us, and then he looks at us as well.
Like, and then he's like...
Yeah, like, what's going on? And he sees her, disassociating, doesn't he? And he gets it, because actually another thing we learned at that dinner is that the priest has also got a bit of a dodgy past, hasn't he? Where his parents were... I can't remember what his parents... I know his brother is in jail for paedophilia.
Yes.
His parents... I can't remember what his parents had done, but they weren't very nice people, I seem to recall. Oh, they were just... No, sorry, I take that back. His parents were alcoholics. It just sort of hints that he probably wasn't
just
parented very well. And then also it hints, he sort of, throughout the series, he hints that he has had issues in the past with addictions, but then also with having lots and lots of meaningless sex, much like Fleabag has had in season 1 and continues to do so in season 2. So it's almost like they are very, very similar, but he chose to go into the priesthood. He chose faith as something to help him with that, as like a support or something to talk with, some sort of connection with, not with a human being, but with God. So something more spiritual. That human connection with a spiritual connection is what keeps him on the straight and narrow, and not descending into chaos like Fleabag was in season 1. But we gradually learn that the Fleabag cafe is doing well. We learn that actually Claire knows that Martin didn't try to kiss her, and it was the other way around, and that they we meet somebody that Claire works with that she obviously fancies, and he's from...
And he's also
Dutch?
called Claire.
He's also called Claire. There's some great jokes in that. And then episode 4 is where Fleabag spends more time with the priest. And they go to the church, and then she ends up in the confessional box, isn't it? Because he realises it's the only way that she's going to get to talk to him honestly. And she does. Yeah. And it's that scene where she talks about how she just wants somebody to sort of tell her what to do, what to do with her life, what to wear, what to do in the morning, basically.
And I think that's a big part of, and I think that's also a big part of grief, is that you want somebody to tell you what to do. And that's when to regain some control.
Yeah.
With bizarrely enough.
And then they kiss, but then a painting falls on the wall, doesn't it?
Yes.
To interrupt them.
I forgot about that. Yeah, the painting just So
Fleabag's desperately trying to tempt the priest out of priesthood so that they can be together, because she's fallen in love with him. And it's because they've got this connection. And he is, and if you notice, he's plagued by foxes. Or a fox.
Yes.
And every time his faith is tested or he's tempted...
He sees a fox.
The fox is there to get him. Fox is there to get him, and he's like, what? And we don't actually know if Fleabag sees the fox as well in some bits. So there's a bit where they're having a drink in the garden, and she talks about them getting married or having sex. And he jumps up and goes, oh my God, the fox is there. And she screams also. We're not quite sure if she sees a fox or not.
Yeah. Maybe the fox is just how he feels in his own mind, his own fear.
Well, no, I'll tell you what I think the fox is when we get to the end scene. But we're getting closer and closer to the wedding. In the 5th episode, the priest is sort of making... And they spend a wonderful day together, don't they, Fleabag and the priest, where they kind of... It's a bit like a rom-com when they do all this stuff together. And he's laughing at her jokes. He's the only other person, apart from the bank manager in series 1, that laughs at her jokes.
Yes. And like we said, he's the only person she was real with in season 1.
Yeah.
So that says a lot.
Yeah. And then in episode 5, they end up sleeping together, don't they? The priest and Fleabag.
Yeah.
And then episode 6... Oh, and that's an interesting scene because it's really great because they are having sex, and for the first time we're there and she's breaking the fourth wall, but not to tell us a joke or to make a quip or something silly.
No.
She pushes us away.
Yes.
I'm gonna
like
be
I don't need to disassociate right now.
I'm in this moment. I'm gonna feel this. I'm being present. I don't want to dissociate. I'm gonna feel this and be in this.
I don't need to distract. I don't need to dissociate.
So this is proper intimate sex where it has human connection. With it, which is what it's supposed to be, isn't it? In a loving relationship.
Yeah.
And it's like she's ready.
But it's like the opposite of what she's done, isn't it? All the way through season 1.
All the way through. Well, and season 2 as well. And here we see her kind of embracing it.
Yeah.
As well. Literally as well.
Yeah.
As well as
figuratively. Quite literally.
Quite literally. Yeah. And then in the final episode it's the wedding. You know, Claire actually leaves Martin in a great scene where Martin says, you know, I'm a good guy. I empty the dishwasher. I don't cheat. I don't do this. I do this. I go shopping. I do this. My son's weird because she's got this weird stepson.
Oh, where's Claire? Where's Claire?
Yeah, where's Claire? Because he can't be away from her for more than a few hours.
Yeah.
But then he's also trying to get in the bath with her. But he's 15 years
old.
Yes. She's in the bath. No. And he says, look, I'm not leaving you. And in fact, you're going to have to beg me. Thinking that she'd have too much pride to do that. And she
because
instantly
she's really,
gets on her knees and begs him to leave her.
Yeah, he says, doesn't he? You'll have to get on your knees and beg for
you'll have to get me. And she
leave
does straight away. Yeah, it's brilliant. And then there's that beautiful line, isn't there, where they're at the wedding and Fleabag says to Claire, where's the other Claire? And he goes, and she goes, oh, he's flying home today. She goes, well, go to the airport. I go, well, nobody does that. I don't know what airport he's going through. I'm not going to run through an airport. People don't do that. It's in films. And then she says, and the only person I would run through an airport for is you.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. That's siblings relationship, isn't it? There's all the way from the opening scene where you see Claire and Fleabag's, you know, she said...
I wouldn't know. I don't have a sibling.
Well, Fleabag says, you know, they're meeting for that lecture, and she says, oh, I'm a bit late. Sorry, I had to go for an emergency poo in Pret. And then her sister says, well, I hope you wash your hands. And she goes, no. As she wipes her face down her hand down her face. Oh, you're disgusting. But that's what siblings do.
But I was speaking to Mum earlier. This is in relation to poo, and she's not been very well. And we were talking about I can't remember what she was talking about. Oh, we're talking about eating eggs. Harley says, "Oh, you need to eat some eggs because it's on the FODMAP bland diet."
All right.
And she was like, I can't eat too many eggs. This is why. She says, I'll get egg bound.
Get egg bound, yeah.
I was like, but then I was like, isn't that what happens to hens? And she was like, no.
No, what?
Have
you never heard of getting egg bound?
No, but it is what happens I've never heard of getting egg bound like as humans, but I have, and it is a thing that hens get egg bound, and that's the only like.
But Mum didn't use of that term.
You are?
I use egg bound for eating too many eggs and getting constipated.
But that's also a myth. That's also not true.
What?
You don't get constipated from eating too many eggs.
Oh, right. I'm off to eat some eggs then. I never knew that. That's the reason why.
I believe she looked it up and went, oh, it's a myth as well.
Oh, right.
But yeah, it is. So that made me laugh. She's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to get egg banned. I was like, that's what happens to hens.
There we go. Every day's a school day.
Yes.
So they have the wedding and I was laughing then because, of course, the priest was going to pull out the wedding and they're waiting for the stepmom to explode.
Yeah.
But he doesn't, and he comes to the wedding and he gives a speech about love and how terrible and frightening it is, but then that means that the people that are going to get married are really brave. And, you know, Fleabag and the priest, a bit before the wedding, don't there's a bit where they kind of, will they, won't they, get together?
Yeah.
Is he gonna leave the priesthood for her because they had sex the night before? And they start snogging, don't they? And round the corner, the priest says, "Oh, I don't know what this feeling is. I don't know what this feeling is." And he runs away. All the way through it, you know. Then there's a point then where, well, it's actually at the bus stop, isn't it? At the end, and Fleabag is everything's over. She's at the waiting to get the
Doesn't
bus.
this whole series start at the bus stop? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But there's a lot of bus stops in it.
Yeah, I guess so, but maybe that's just a London thing. I don't know. Actually, that's interesting. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is about waiting for stuff, because actually, there's a bit in that bus.
Or changes.
In the bus at the end at the bus stop where she's waiting for a bus and they all get cancelled, don't they? So it's interesting. I haven't thought about that.
Oh.
See, that's why I have to go back and watch it again.
Oh, yeah, but I can't be bothered.
Oh.
Sorry, carry on.
But she's at the bus stop on her own with the statue, the gold statue that she's stolen again, because that's the thing. It's like power being transferred between everybody. The statue is like represents a bit of power, doesn't it? And he's always getting transferred between Fleabag, a sister, and getting back to a godmother, but then she'll nick it again. And
yeah.
And she's and actually we find out that the statue is based on Fleabag's mum as well.
Yes.
And so it's like she's got a mum, so she's got the statue at the bus stop, and then the priest comes along, doesn't he? And they sat together at the bus stop, and Fleabag says, basically you've chosen God, haven't you, over me? We're not going to be together, and that's it. And she says, I love you, and he says,
I know, I can't. It's like, how could you ever say to somebody what he's about to say?
It'll pass.
It'll pass. That's gut-wrenching.
And then he walks away. And about 2 minutes later, a fox comes past, and she says, he went that way. And I think it's the fox is because, we can look at our historical trauma and events that happen with life and the coping mechanisms that we have in our life, and the things that we do to prevent us from going back to those damaging behaviours, whether it's stopping ourselves from going back to drink, going back to, an addiction or something else. And when we're then tempted to move away from that support, to repeat those behaviours, I think that's what that fox is. I think the fox is there waiting. So when he's getting tempted by Fleabag, the fox is there waiting to pounce. And I think the fox is there behind him. I think the fox is there as he's just waiting for him to be tempted. I think his fox is his old behaviours. And I think until the fox goes, he cannot leave.
Until he's really got a grip of his old behaviours, his coping mechanisms, he can't form a connection with her or anyone.
Yeah, because if he leaves the church, if he leaves his spiritual connection, he will fall back into his old damaging behaviours, because the fox is still there, and it's only when that fox is gone then. And that's why he can't be with Fleabag.
Yeah.
So we have that heartbreaking scene where
It'll
leaves,
pass.
and she then, all the buses are then cancelled, so she gets up to walk away, and she turns to us, who is her, and says, no, don't follow me, I don't need you no more. Because she's opened herself up to somebody. She's allowed that human connection.
Yes.
She has allowed herself to feel love and to be loved, even though he has left her.
Yeah.
But to know that that's okay, and to feel it is okay, and it will pass.
Yeah.
That heartbreak will pass, and it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel guilt. It's okay to feel grief. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel it, and you need to feel it. And now she can.
Yeah.
She's realised that she can feel it, so she doesn't need to dissociate anymore.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun, isn't it?
And we talk about not wanting to do sitcoms because we'll just repeat the jokes and it won't.
Yeah.
I think that's Fleabag in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And that's only taken us an hour and 15 minutes.
I was going to say, I don't think that was a nutshell.
No, I don't think it's a nutshell.
That was about like a egg-bound hen.
But there's so much more in Fleabag. Just
no.
Apart from those,
no.
If I look through my notes,
no.
There's all
no
this.
More. No more. Put Fleabag to bed now. We move on.
Right, you ready?
Yep.
Simply the test. Da, 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 da. Better than all the tests. I'm a bit worried about this test. Actually, I'm not worried about it, but I think you might just whiz through it because we had a little chat on the phone earlier on today, and you'd said you'd forgotten all the character names of Fleabag, and you were googling them. And what you hadn't realised was that the test was
the character names.
Yeah, I want you to name. One of the things in Fleabag is not many of the characters are named. You know, Fleabag's dad never has it. It's just known as dad. At. Godmother is just known as Godmother.
But I think you may be overestimating me here. I think when you say about this trusting your audience, I think you're over-trusting your audience.
I want you to name 4 characters in Fleabag. Name 4 characters that have names.
Fleabag.
No, you can't have Fleabag. No,
what have names?
Nobody ever calls Fleabag
Harry.
Fleabag. Harry, yep.
Claire.
Harry, Claire, yep.
Martin.
Harry, Claire, Martin, yep.
Other Claire.
Oh, no, you can't have Claire times 2.
I can have Claire. That's a different... It is another character.
All right, okay. 4 out of 4. All right, question 5. What snack did I eat whilst watching 12 episodes of Fleabag? I didn't watch it all in one go, but...
Eggs.
No, I didn't. I was going to say cheese sandwich for £12. Because she...
A what?
One scene where she's really struggling to make ends meet in the cafe, and she sells somebody a cheese sandwich for £12.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind it was really hot, and I'd just been to Heron Foods to get some frozen food.
Ice cream?
Yeah, more specific.
Biscoff ice cream?
Oh, it's close, but it's not right.
Go on.
Reese's ice cream bites.
Ooh, ice cream bites. What are they?
They're like little squares of chocolate with Reese's peanut butter ice cream inside.
That's insane.
They are insane. The blooming good is what they are.
Don't tell Mum. Whatever you do.
So, H,
I
was going to say you won your £2 a drink, but you didn't. You failed
I
it.
didn't.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
It's Burger Stews, Burger Review. 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 It's eating a burger, then he maxes it out to 5. Do you know what? There's 2 burger reviews here, and I'm not sure which one to do, and I'll tell you for why, H. Because did you read the email that was sent to you and not to me?
I did. But I've forgotten it, which is bad.
Because I haven't read it deliberately because it was addressed.
Right, okay, yes. I have the email in front of me now, and I did read the email that was sent to me and not you.
Okay, so do I do that burger review?
Yes, you do.
All right. So, he's eaten a burger. He's marking it out of 5. H, this week, I've gone monosyllabic. Monosyllabic.
Monosyllabic? Is that what we're going for?
Yep.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so we actually have a chatter with the Gapper built into this burger review because I have a Gapper's burger review in front of me right now of the same.
Oh, really? Is that what it was? Because I haven't read the email.
Yes. So both this Gapper and Stu had the same burger, the barbecue bourbon burger at the Bill's in Leeds.
So this is Bill's, yeah. So shall I do mine first? Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to be really passive during your explanation. I'm going
to... My
channel...
notes here says... So I haven't written anything. I'm just going to go straight on my notes that I made on the night. but too busy.
Too busy?
It was too busy. It was too much. It was too busy. Bun is dry.
Bun is dry.
There was loads of bread. There was loads of bun, and it was dead dry, and it was like really.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was. The seeds weren't bad, but it was like, I don't know. It was like, you know when you eat a raw carrot, you know you like bite into a. Not I do this very often, but because of the way that it feels, you bite into a raw carrot,
and also the way that it tastes. Who likes eating a raw carrot?
Oh, Caroline, my wife eats raw carrots all the blooming time.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. But when I bite into a raw carrot, right, and you crunch it, and you think, and then you crunch it again, and it gets like bigger. And
yes.
And you think, how's he doing that? And he only bit off a little bit, and you think, my God.
Yeah.
If I bit off a big enough chunk of carrot and chewed it for long enough, I would choke on the carrot. because it would fill your head.
You'd just be foaming in the mouth with carrot.
With carrot, yeah. I mean, I don't think you need to plant them and grow them. You just need to chew them, and there'd be more carrot than you started with. Anyway.
So there was carrot on this burger?
No. Just saying. I'm just saying, like, the bread. The bread
oh,
was
the bread.
Like carrot.
Oh,
because
yeah.
You
No, I
bite a
remember.
piece of bread and you think, there's more bread in my mouth than I started with.
Okay. Next.
Yeah. So, Bunny's dry. I've written very busy again. Sauces.
What right? Hang on. The place or the burger?
The burger. It was too busy. There was too much.
Burger. I thought you meant the place.
There's too much going on.
I thought you just meant like too busy. It's too busy.
Right. Sauce is good, but it didn't moisten the bread enough.
Okay, but hang on. That's just right. I'm channeling my inner. I'm sticking up for Agapa here. You're just talking about the bread again there.
Yeah, because even there wasn't enough. Yeah, there was too much bread even for
the
the
sauce.
sauce.
But you've mentioned the bread. You've mentioned the dry bread.
Okay, well listen, the patty, the actual burger itself was wet and loose, but without being juicy. It had a little like a squeezy pipette in it that had a bit of bourbon in it, a bit of alcohol, a bit of drink in there.
Oh.
So like I remember going for a burger once at I can't remember what it was called now, a place in where and it happened at Miller and Carter, where the burger, you think, oh, this is a great burger, but then you add the sauce or the gravy to it, and it's like brings it to life. It's quite amazing. I thought, oh, maybe this little pipette of bourbon will bring this to life. So I squeezed it into my burger.
Did I call it a barbecue bourbon burger?
Yeah, like a chocolate biscuit.
Why didn't you tell me?
So I put this little bit of bourbon in it, and it made absolutely no difference.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I've put good pickles, but so much bun.
Again, with the bun. That's a bun issue.
Do you know what? It is a bun issue, but also the burger itself, it just wasn't. It didn't hold together. It was wet.
Okay.
The burger was wet, and the taste of the bread as well. It was like the taste of the bread overpowered everything.
So give me a rating then. Give me a rating.
3.5.
Oh, okay. The team at work went out for a meal tonight. Both Stu and I had the same burger, the barbecue bourbon burger at Bill's in Leeds. I would just like to overrule whatever score Stu gave this burger. The bun was a tad dry, but the combination of flavours made it a solid 4.5 in my book. Somebody loved this burger.
Well, somebody might have, but that somebody was not me.
Sorry to be a disruptor, and I know it's not Steve's burger review, but I cannot stay silent on this matter.
Oh, well, do you know what? I think
You've been overruled.
Well, why don't we give it an aggregate? So why don't we give it an average score of 4 then? If
Steve will settle for 4.3.
Oh, really? Is that on the email? Have you just made that up?
No, I've just made that up.
Do you know what? I'll
4.2.
I'll go 4. No,
We'll go 4.1.
No, 4.
Fine.
Yeah.
We've just lost a listener.
It's
Well
not
done, Stuart.
No. Yeah, do you know what? We're losing listeners. I don't know where we're going. What's happening?
I don't know.
Anyway, I think it's maybe because it's summer.
Yes.
Maybe everybody's on holiday when we come back. So if our numbers don't go through the roof in September, I'm going to poke my pen. I'm going to point you with my pen.
If you don't blow this up.
Yeah, the last week has not been great. But anyway, do you know what? Maybe we'll have to go back to Bill's.
Yeah.
I'd be quite happy to go back.
You need to take a third party with you.
Because there are sometimes, and it's just my opinion, isn't it? Because everybody at work also likes the place in Bingley called Rumpus. And when I went there, it was shocking. It was just everything was.
I think the only way to settle this is
wet.
with a third party.
Oh right, okay. Oh, are you going to go?
I can't have a burger.
With your gallbladder.
With my gallbladder. I can't have bourbon or bourbon.
Yeah, you can't have neither of those things. Yeah, or a burger. Yeah, so maybe we'll have to review.
Review?
review the review.
Yeah.
And do that again. Although I've got quite a lot of burger reviews in the bag actually.
Oh, did you hear my stomach then?
Notes app is quite full. Right, H. Well, I think we're all done apart from what's your telly been.
What has my telly been? My telly. I'm not sure what my telly has been. I watched. Right. It's on Netflix. It's called something like The Woman in the Window Across from the Street of the Woman in the House.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realise it was a parody until the last episode. Talk about not trusting. And literally until I've forgotten what he's called, until the handyman guy went, I'm going to make him into a light. And he just holds this taxidermied raccoon whose eyes just light up. And then I was like, I looked up on my phone, I was like, what is this show about? And it was like, it's a parody. I was like, no. No. I was like, no. I'm that deep into like watching Netflix thrillers that even a parody of it just had me fooled. Like, even the fact that she'd said that her daughter had been like killed and eaten to death, like, didn't cause any alarm. Like, in a prison, like with multiple prison guards, just didn't cause any kind of. And the fact that she goes out in the rain and then collapses.
Yeah, well, again, we've just been rewatching Ted Lasso, getting ready for.
Yeah.
We haven't started the final season 4. Rather, we're still working our way through season 3. But once we're there, then we'll start on the new season and hope it's as good as all the others. I think everybody should watch Ted Lasso. I think I was telling somebody about this at work. I think everybody that has a management position in any type of
should
company
be
made to watch Ted Lasso
and The Office.
And The Office, yeah. One for positive reinforcement and one for negative reinforcement.
Yeah.
And for our next review, there's I think the film that we should watch, and it's like on the border of Gen X and Gen Z, is a film by the Coen brothers, and I love the Coen brothers, but it's called Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Right, there we go.
Because it's loosely based on the Odyssey. And everybody I know is talking about the Christopher Nolan film.
I haven't heard a
Odyssey.
single person talk about the Christopher Nolan film, The Odyssey.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding.
Even Caroline and Ivan went to see the Odyssey. And Ivan can't sit through films, and it's like 3.5 hours long.
Did he sit through it all?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody's talking about well, what are you talking about with your Generation Z pals?
Well, so some of my friends have younger siblings, and all I keep hearing about is this Cat in the Hat. That's all I know. I don't know a lot about it. I just know the Cat in the Hat is currently a thing amongst the Gen Alpha, is it? The Gen younger than us?
I don't know.
And currently everybody's really, really upset and scared of the Cat in the Hat, and I'm not really sure why.
Michael Myers? He played the Cat in the Hat.
He did not.
Michael Myers?
He did not.
Yeah, he did.
He did not play the Cat in the Hat. There is no way I've got
Shrek?
20 years of living without knowing that not Michael Myers.
Shrek. Yeah.
It's not Michael. Yeah, I'm getting Mike Myers and Michael Myers confused.
Who?
Mike Myers and Michael Myers.
Oh, do you think from Halloween?
Yeah. No, hang on. No, I am on the right person. Shrek and also Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I just thought I'd said it wrong. No, I know what you mean. I'm on the right track. No.
Yeah.
I would have found
Actually,
it more
and
convincing
also
if you
Michael
said it
Myers.
was Mike Myers.
Well, he's sort of. I read a story that he is actually named after the Halloween character Mike Myers.
Mike Myers is named after Michael Myers.
I might have just made that up, but there's some link. I'm sure there's some link.
There's
some showbiz link somewhere where there's a reason for it. But you know what? It's such a long time ago that I read that. It might not be real. I might have dreamt that. I don't know. I might have dreamt it and then repeated it to somebody as fact,
It's pure fact.
Like when I tell everybody that Margaret Thatcher invented Mr. Whippy ice cream.
I like that.
Which she didn't, but she was involved in the team of chemists that did make it up when she worked for Unilever.
I don't believe you.
Well, she was an industrial chemist, Margaret Thatcher.
I don't believe you.
Before she.
Time's up.
Right. Okay.
I don't know why I've got an alarm at 10 o'clock p.m. I can only assume it was meant to be a.m.
Maybe we should set that alarm when Stuart's going to go off on a rant about things we should talk about, because I was going to just go off about Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, stop it now.
Stop!
Yeah, we'll make a nice clean, episode for you to edit, nice and quickly and easy.
Oh, yeah. Right, H, I think that's it. I think we're done. How do people get in touch with us? Which they should.
We have an email, mygenerationgap@gmail.com. We have an Instagram, My Generation Gap, Facebook, My Generation Gap. We don't, unfortunately, have a TikTok on My Generation Gap because we were perma-banned. But Stuart Vincent Moore has a TikTok.
Yeah,
so
and Terry Pathick.
on there. And Terry Pathick.
Yeah, we'll post a lot on there
Terry
recently.
Pathick.
The Craig David interview.
Craig David interview, yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Go check that out.
Right, H. Right, night, love you.
Night, love you.